Hey, what up, though? How y'all feel? Everybody good? Your man, your friend, the fam member, Brainly here. Once again, everything on this channel is alleged, in my opinion, for entertainment purposes only. Once again, everything on this channel is alleged, in my opinion, for entertainment purposes only. Once again, everything on this channel is alleged, in my opinion, for entertainment purposes only. So listen. So this is part two of the Houston trip. The ladies go to the hot tub. Tisha is bringing glasses for wine. Melody comes through looking good, wearing glasses, and Tisha brings up that Martell had glasses on too, or you're looking like Martell with these glasses on, and and Tisha doesn't understand why Melody has glasses on because it's dark, and Melody says she doesn't care. Nella's saying y'all are doing the most, and Melody says that she wears glasses most of the time at the pool and at the hot tub, and most times on vacation. Kimmi said, "Where did you get a water bottle?" And Tisha said, "From the fridge." And Melody said, "This is what she does when she's out the country." And Nell says, "We know, we know." Melody said, you know, she never went out much being married, and that her biggest regret is having 4 kids by a dude that never made her come, and the ladies don't believe it. Melody likes to be taught nasty in the bedroom. So Miss Rogers, if you're nasty. Tisha said that, that don't give you an orgasm talking dirty in the bedroom. And honestly, there's a great show called, sorry, y'all. There is a great show called How to Build a Sex Room. It's on Netflix, and the show actually talked more intimacy than sex. And I think it's the whole smorgasbord of emotionality and mental and emotional and physical. It's all those different layers that leads to the orgasm. So and listen, I think it's a powerful thing when a man takes control of what is his, and he is enjoying her energy. So I think Melody just wanted to be appreciated. So I can understand why she likes to be taught dirty to in the bedroom, because it goes beyond being taught to dirty. It's the fact that you see me, you hear me, you're embracing me. So I definitely understand it and agree with it, actually. Um so, like I said, Melody says, everything that matches that person gives them orgasm. Nell agrees, and Kimmi says that different people are emotionally stimulated in different ways, and sex was not at the forefront of her and her marriage. But with Maurice, it is at the forefront. And Kimmi said that the interview with Carlos is misleading because it looks like that for Maurice, all he thinks about is sex all the time, and he can't get nothing else done. But that's not the case. And so Kimmi then says, Maurice has this nice little spirit when he does things off kilter, throws her off, and it doesn't. She said the interview overall didn't protect her, and Melody said that protection is big, and Tisha said, "Tell us another situation where you didn't feel protected." And with Kiowa and Kimmi, Kimmi didn't feel protected in being respected as the wife. That, hey, this is my wife, and we need to be respected, and because we need to be respected, my wife also needs to be respected. And so Kimmi didn't feel protected in that. And so, Tisha says that, marriage is two people from two different worlds coming together as one and trying to make one world. And so, with Tisha, she's taking a step back from, Marceau when it comes to all these trust issues. And then it's another montage of, Melody saying you need to roll up on him, at 5 or 6 o'clock in the morning, and that, why did you need to go to Africa by yourself? And, that Marceau went to a bar in Atlanta with a friend, and that, you put Tisha in danger every time that you do something that seems like you're cheating. So the Melody says that, sometimes we hear what we want to hear and not what we need to hear in so many words. And so that basically really is the conversation with part two in Houston. Now, I will agree with everything um I remember, oh my Lord, so much going on, y'all. I remember a time where, I was not the best listener in my relationship. I always tried to give advice when I should have been still. And, trust is not just your words, but it's also your actions too. And I truly do feel that for all these women, well, Nell really did talk about, protection from her point of view. But I feel like with all these women, they have had experiences of being protected and not being protected, and which we cannot do as black men, black women, black people, people in general. What we cannot do is tell somebody how they feel or don't feel protected. That is their experience. And I think the more that we can quit telling each other, what our experiences are, the better off that we will all be. And sometimes time, grace, and space is needed for things. You know what I mean? And you also got to recognize that just because you do try to say the good that you've done doesn't mean that you haven't done bad either. And to recognize that, whatever you've done, people don't have to take your apology, right? And that, what you do, it should have consequences, and you don't always, and I always have often said this too, you don't get a second chance to live your life. So while you have time, figure out what you need to now. You know what I mean? Um, and so I'm kind of going through that now. I've been going through it for a while, to be honest with you. And I'm learning that you can't apologize for what you don't know, but when you know better, you do better. You really, really do. And trust me, this show it has pushed my emotional intelligence so hard because I'm just like, okay, I'm not married at all. I'm single, but also too, I do have love for people and I'm in love with life. But how do you compartmentalize what love means to you when the show that you're watching? That's a different type of love. But I think the reason why this show is so relevant to so many people is because you experience every emotion with this show. You experience what it is to be an individual and try to find out who you are. You are experiencing what could happen in a relationship. You're experiencing entrepreneurship. There's so many different layers where you can find a home. And I think these ladies, Nell, Kimmi, Tisha, Melody, I think they all really are good women. I think it's just circumstantial that we've seen them in positions where it's like, oh my God, you did this, you did that, I want to do this, I want to do that. Well, we don't know what we would do until we're in it. So I think that, we have to take, for what it is a moment in time. That doesn't mean that's who they are. Although um, sometimes things can seem overwhelming. You know what I mean? When we don't have all the information and facts in detail, you know what I mean? So, you can't control what other people do. You can only control what you do. And the best way to say sorry for anything that you've done is evolve behavior. You know what I mean? Because words can be hollow. They really, really can. Even if you are sincerely meaning it, if they're not feeling it in their heart, then your words don't have any soul. Um, so yeah, this is a sobering pit stop. I didn't mean to make it that way, but I try to always bring conversation, comedy, and heart to everything that I do. And this was a real conversation, and I appreciate that on this show for everything that it is. They are allowing us glimpses into the realism of what is going on, because I think that sometimes reality TV tries to put out this fantasy of perfection because this is escape, but sometimes and every once in a while we need to be able to check in, um, just to know that we are also in the world, and that what we're going through is not taboo. It is real, it's honest, and it's authentic, and needs to be heard, appreciated, and understood. So that's my take on this, part two of Houston. One love, much love, all love, everybody. Bye, yeah, 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 bye, yeah, 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 bye, everybody.